Baby, stop for a second and listen carefully. I need to tell you something that's been on my mind for hours, and it can't wait. I've met a lot of people in my life, but none, and I mean none, have left me feeling the way she does. She's not just special, baby. She's on a level that makes the air around her different, makes the world seem sharper, brighter, like it's noticing her presence even before I do. The moment I first saw her, something clicked in me, something I couldn't name. It wasn't just her smile, or the way she laughed, or even the way she moves. It was the way she exists, completely, fully, like she was always meant to be seen and admired. I keep thinking about how rare it is to meet someone who feels like a story written just for you, and she is that story. Every word she says, every glance she gives, carries a weight that pulls me closer, that makes my chest tighten in a way I never thought possible. You see, baby, it's not just attraction. It's a kind of admiration that fills every corner of my mind, that lingers long after she's gone. She listens like she actually wants to know every piece of you, every thought, every tiny detail you've buried inside. But even more than that, she remembers. Not like people remember facts or dates. Baby, she remembers feelings, moments, and things you didn't even think mattered. That kind of care doesn't exist in the ordinary world. She's the kind of soul that makes you realize what love could really feel like. And that's why I can't stop thinking about her. It's not just her care, or her kindness, or her laugh. It's her courage. She faces everything with a calm that hides storms I can only guess at. And watching her navigate the world, baby, makes me want to be better, stronger, more alive. Because she deserves nothing less than the best of me. Every small thing she does has meaning. Every gesture, every choice, every look, it tells the story of someone who isn't just floating through life, but creating life as she touches it. And there's this way she makes me feel seen like no one else ever has, like my thoughts, my dreams, even my mistakes matter to her. Do you know that feeling, baby? That sudden warmth that spreads when someone truly notices your soul. That's her effect on me. She's one in a million, not because she's perfect, but because she makes you want to be the version of yourself you never knew existed. And I can't help but fall deeper every single day. She has this light, baby, a glow that isn't just in her face. It's in her heart. You can feel it when she walks into a room, when she laughs at a small joke, when she quietly helps someone without expecting a word of thanks. That kind of light doesn't just shine. It sparks. It sparks hope, happiness, a kind of calm that feels like home. And I know, every time I see her, that this isn't something ordinary people can create. She was born to do it. And here's the part that gets me every time. Her strength, not the obvious kind, baby. Not the kind you see on the outside, but the kind that survives quiet storms, that holds back tears until no one is watching, that keeps moving forward even when the world tries to slow her down. She doesn't need to show it, yet it radiates in everything she does. That makes me want to protect her, to cheer for her, to never let the world dim what makes her shine. And there's more. Her laugh, baby. Her laugh is like sunlight breaking through a storm. One second it's calm, soft, and steady. The next it's bold, untamed, contagious. And when she laughs at something silly I've done, I feel like I could walk through fire just to see it again. That's not exaggeration, baby. That's truth. She makes ordinary moments feel like stories worth remembering forever. And her mind. Baby, don't get me started on her mind. She thinks deeply, notices everything, and speaks in ways that make you question yourself in the best way. She challenges me, surprises me, teaches me, without ever trying to. And that's what makes her one in a million. She isn't just someone to love. She's someone who makes loving her feel like a journey you'll never forget. Every day, new layers unfold, and I realize just how rare she is. And baby, it's the little things too. The way she tilts her head when she's curious. The way she bites her lip when she's unsure. The way her eyes light up when she talks about something she loves. Every little motion, every little gesture is like a code only. And the more I notice, the more I see why no one else can compare. And here's what shakes me. She believes in people without needing proof. She gives trust without a contract. She loves without conditions. That's the kind of love that changes you, that rewrites your understanding of what's possible. She's rare, baby. She's not just someone you meet. She's someone who meets you where you are and lifts you higher than you ever imagined. And her heart, baby, don't even get me started on her heart. It's endless, patient, brave, full of fire and softness all at once. I catch glimpses of it in the way she looks at people, in the way she chooses her words, in the way she holds herself when no one is watching. That's why she isn't just special, she's one in a million. I could go on forever, baby. Every moment with her feels like a new discovery, a new story, a secret only we're allowed to know. And that's why I can't stop thinking, dreaming, hoping, loving her every second. Baby, I need you to feel this next part like I felt it the first time. It's not just the way she smiles or laughs that makes her one in a million. It's the quiet moments, the ones no one sees. The ones that reveal who she truly is. Like the way she notices the small things about people. The way she remembers a story you thought you forgot. Or the way she senses when someone is hurting before they even speak. That kind of attention isn't ordinary. It's rare. It's a gift. And baby, it's the way she carries herself with a mix of grace and fire. She moves through the world lightly, but there's strength in every step. She could be gentle and yet unshakable, soft and yet fierce. That combination isn't common. It's magnetic, irresistible, and it pulls you in without a word. And the moment she looks at you with that honest, unwavering gaze, baby, your heart can't help but skip, stumble, and fall deeper than ever. It's the way she laughs at your mistakes without ever making you feel small. She celebrates your victories, no matter how tiny, like they're the biggest thing in the world. That kind of support, that kind of love, without condition, baby, it changes you. It makes you want to be better. Not because you have to, but because you want to. Just to deserve a fraction of her light. The way she dreams, not loud, showy dreams, but quiet, powerful ones. She believes in things others would call impossible. And somehow, she pulls hope into the room wherever she goes. Being around her makes you see your own life differently, baby. More vividly, more fully, more like it could be extraordinary. And that's not something you meet every day. That's why she's rare. That's why she's one in a million. And it's her heart again. But deeper this time, she carries people with her, even strangers, as if the world belongs to everyone, not just herself. That generosity, baby, isn't taught. It isn't forced. It's innate, woven into her being, and it spreads like warmth wherever she goes. That warmth reaches you, and suddenly you understand why no one else could compare. And baby, it's her courage that steals me every time. She's brave in ways that don't make headlines. She stands for what's right, speaks for what's true, and yet she doesn't seek recognition. That courage is magnetic. It inspires. It makes you stand taller just by knowing she exists. And when I think of her standing there unapologetically herself, I realize that kind of spirit is found in almost no one. The little gestures she does without thinking, a hand on the shoulder at the right moment, a soft word when your day feels heavy, the way she notices details about you no one else remembers. Those things don't seem like much at first, baby, but they build a mosaic of love, care, and connection that's impossible to ignore. That mosaic is why she's one in a million. The way she makes time slow, without trying, a conversation with her can feel like hours, yet they pass like minutes. Every word, every glance, every silence is full, intentional, alive. That's not luck, baby. That's magic. And you feel it, you live it, and you never want it to end. And it's the honesty in her eyes. She doesn't hide behind masks. She shows you her fears, her joy, her rawness without shame. That vulnerability paired with her strength, baby, makes her untouchable and completely reachable at the same time. It's impossible not to be captivated, not to feel every emotion amplified when she's near. And finally, baby, the truth you need to hold close. She doesn't just enter your life, she changes it. Every thought, every feeling, every ordinary moment becomes extraordinary with her in it. She's rare, yes, but more than that, she's transformative. She's the kind of person who makes you see why love can feel like everything at once, why one soul can shake another to its core. That's why she's not just special, she's one in a million. Baby, I need you to hold on tight for this part, because it's where everything becomes undeniable. The reasons she's one in a million aren't just on the surface, they're in the way she makes you feel in the quietest moments. Like when she listens without interrupting, when she lets your words tumble out, even if they're messy, even if they don't make sense. That patience, baby, isn't ordinary. It's rare. It's love in its purest form. And every time she does that, it's like she's saying without words, I see all of you, even the parts you hide. The way she surprises you, without trying, she'll say something small, a joke, a comment, a thought you didn't expect. And suddenly the world feels brighter, lighter. And baby, it's not just about fun. It's about how she understands the rhythm of your heart, even the beats you didn't know were missing. That synchronicity, that invisible connection, that's why she's impossible to forget. It's her kindness, baby. The kind that doesn't ask for reward, she gives without tallying, helps without reminding, loves without calculating. Being near her makes you want to be better. Not because she forces it, but because you can't help wanting to match the light she carries. And that light, baby, it sticks, it stays with you, long after she's gone from the room. The way she dreams together with you, not just her dreams, but your dreams, your little hopes, your secret wishes. She holds them as if they were her own. She builds them, protects them, nurtures them quietly, and baby, that's something you can't find anywhere else. That's why she's rare. That's why she's extraordinary. It's the way she loves, without rules or expectations. She doesn't demand perfection. She doesn't measure affection. She simply gives, fully, fiercely, without hesitation. And that kind of love, baby, it makes your heart expand. It makes ordinary life feel sacred. It makes every moment with her unforgettable. The way she makes you feel safe, not with control, but with trust. When she's near, you feel understood, valued, cherished, like the world can't touch the corner of you she's claimed in her heart. That safety is rare, baby. It's more than comfort. It's a home built in a glance, in a smile, in a touch that lingers longer than expected. And baby, here's the part that breaks me every time. She inspires love that's fearless. Because being around her makes you want to love fully, to feel deeply, to open yourself in ways you didn't think possible. Loving her isn't a choice. It's a pull, an inevitability, a fire that starts quietly and grows unstoppable. And it's her presence, baby. She can enter a room and shift the energy without a word. She can make you notice things you never saw before, make you appreciate moments you always overlooked. That presence, that gravity, it doesn't just attract, it transforms. The way she forgives, baby, not in a casual way, but in a way that heals, that teaches, that opens your heart without erasing the lesson. That kind of understanding, that rare empathy, it makes her not just lovable, but unforgettable. And it makes you realize that loving her is not just a feeling, it's an honor. It's the way she remembers the smallest details about you, the way she recalls your favorite song, the way she notices your mood, the way she knows just when to hold your hand. Those small things aren't small to her, baby, and they build a world around you where you feel fully alive, fully seen, fully loved. And finally, baby, it's her heart, her soul, her essence. She's rare because she embodies all the things people search for their whole lives: love, kindness, courage, understanding, passion, and a fire that refuses to be dimmed. And she gives all of that to you in ways that feel personal, intimate, unstoppable. That's why she isn't just special, she's one in a million, baby. And every second with her is proof of it. Baby, I need you to feel this part like it's happening right now. The moments that make her unforgettable aren't loud, they're quiet, subtle, but they strike straight at your heart, like the way she holds your hand without saying a word. And suddenly the world feels lighter, safer, like nothing else matters but this moment. That's her magic, baby. She doesn't have to speak to make you feel everything. It's the way she laughs at the smallest, silliest things. Not just a polite smile, but a laugh that bursts, that fills the space with warmth and joy. When she laughs at something only you noticed, baby, it's like she's acknowledging your whole existence, like she sees you in a way no one else can. That feeling sticks with you, long after the sound fades. It's the little sacrifices she makes, without a thought. She puts others first quietly, yet without losing herself. That balance, baby, is what makes her exceptional. She can love fiercely and still stay true to who she is, and that is something most people never manage in a lifetime. And watching her do that makes you fall deeper every time. The way she notices beauty in everything, a sunset, a small flower, a forgotten melody, she sees it all and makes you see it too. And suddenly, ordinary life turns extraordinary, baby. It turns into moments worth treasuring forever. That's why she's not just someone you love. She's someone who transforms life itself. It's the way she remembers every word you ever shared. Even things you didn't think mattered, she keeps close, like a secret treasure she guards for you. That kind of care, baby, that kind of attention, it's rare. It's what makes her one in a million. And it makes you realize how deeply she understands the person you are. And baby, it's the way she forgives, without judgment, not forgetting, not excusing mistakes blindly, but with a wisdom that heals rather than hurts. That grace, baby, isn't common. She teaches you to love better just by being who she is. It's her courage in the little things, not grand gestures for applause, but the quiet, everyday bravery of standing up for what's right, of being kind when no one's watching, of loving fully despite knowing the risk. That courage inspires you, baby, makes you want to rise alongside her, to match her fire with your own. It's the way she makes ordinary moments feel sacred, a walk in the park, a shared meal, a glance across a crowded room. With her, everything becomes unforgettable. That's not coincidence, baby. That's her presence. That's her gift. And it's impossible not to be captivated by it. It's the way she trusts without hesitation. She gives trust fully, genuinely, and it makes you want to protect it, honor it, never betray it. That kind of faith in another human being, baby, is rare. It's precious. It's part of what makes her one in a million. It's the way she loves without conditions, not selectively, not on her terms alone, but in a way that lifts you, supports you, encourages you, even when it costs her. That love is unstoppable, undeniable, and it changes you at the core. Loving her isn't a choice, it's an inevitability. And finally, baby, it's the combination of every small thing, her laughter, her kindness, her courage, her presence, her heart, her soul. Together they create a person who isn't just special, baby. She's one in a million. And every single second with her is a reminder that you found someone impossible to forget, impossible to replace, and impossible not to love. Baby, I need you to feel this part as if it sets unfolding right before your eyes. The reasons she sets unforgettable, the ones that make her one in a million, are hidden in the quiet moments, in the spaces between words, in the weight of every glance, every touch, every heartbeat shared. It's the way she makes you feel, seen even when you think no one notices. The way she knows the corners of your heart better than you do yourself. And still, she loves every imperfect piece without hesitation. That baby is rare. That is extraordinary. It's the way she dreams with you, but not just her dreams, your little wishes, your secret hopes. She holds them like they are precious treasures, baby, nurturing them, encouraging them, making them feel possible even when the world says they aren't. That kind of belief, that quiet insistence that you can be everything you imagine, is a gift few people ever give, and she does it without even trying. And baby, it's her laughter that changes the air around her, not forced, not polished, but real. A sound that slips into your soul and lingers there, warming even the darkest parts. When she laughs at something only you understand, baby, it's like she's sharing a secret universe with you, a place only the two of you can inhabit. That is intimacy. That is magic. That is why she's one in a million. It's her courage, baby, the kind that doesn't shout, that doesn't demand attention. She stands for what is right quietly, but firmly. She faces challenges without fanfare. She gives strength without asking for recognition. That courage seeps into you, baby, makes you stronger, makes you want to be braver, makes you want to rise alongside her. Loving someone like that, baby, changes the way you see the world. It's the way she loves, baby. Not with conditions, not with limits, not with hesitation, but fully, fiercely, without expecting anything in return. That kind of love is rare. It doesn't just warm the heart. It reshapes. It doesn't just enter your life, baby. She rewrites it, making ordinary days feel extraordinary, making the mundane feel sacred, making you feel like life itself is something to cherish because she exists in it. The way she listens, truly listens, not just hearing words, but feeling the emotion behind them, remembering details you barely noticed, noticing the things you never said out loud. That kind of attention, baby, that kind of empathy, it's a mirror that reflects your soul, and it makes you feel whole, seen, loved, in a way that's impossible to forget. It's her presence, baby, the way she can enter a room and change the energy without a word. She doesn't demand eyes, she draws them naturally. She doesn't force smiles, she inspires them. And when she looks at you, baby, when she truly looks at you, it's like your life suddenly has color you never knew existed. That is why she's not just special. That is why she's unforgettable. And baby, it's the little things no one else notices. A gentle touch at the right moment. A quiet word that lifts your spirits. The way she remembers something you mentioned months ago, as if it were the most important thing in the world. Those little things build a connection that runs deeper than words can explain. That connection, baby, is rare, unrepeatable, impossible to replace. It's her heart, baby. Her heart holds courage, empathy, passion, and care all at once. She loves fully, deeply, with everything she has. And loving her in return isn't just a choice. It becomes a necessity. It becomes part of your existence, part of your breath, part of your soul. She teaches you to love better, to live fully, to be vulnerable and brave all at once. And baby, it's the way she makes you see yourself differently. Because being with her, loving her, feeling her presence, it changes you in ways you didn't know you needed. She inspires you to be better, not because she demands it, but because you want to match the light she carries. That transformation, baby, is permanent. That is why she is one in a million. It's her spirit, baby. Fierce yet gentle, strong yet soft, fiery yet tender. She embodies contradictions that don't clash but harmonize. That harmony creates a balance in your life that feels impossible to find anywhere else. That's the rare kind of person who leaves an imprint on your soul, baby. Someone who makes the world feel right just by being in it. And finally, baby, it's the combination of everything: her laughter, her courage, her love, her care, her attention, her presence, her heart, her soul. All of it together creates someone not just special, not just rare, but irreplaceable, unforgettable, one in a million. Every second with her is proof of that. Every glance, every touch, every word, every silence. Loving her, baby, is like discovering a world you never knew existed, a world you never want to leave, a world that will stay with you forever.